guys, welcome back to my channel. So on to the makeup tutorial. I'm just going to quickly use a bit of concealer underneath my eyebrows just to give them a sharper, more clean look because they are dyed with henna right now. So I didn't use a lot of brow products. So I'm just going to use that concealer and then just blend that out all over the lid, doubling up as a base for my eyeshadow. And then just using some sticky tape, I'm just going to stick it to the back of my hand first and then go ahead and apply it in a diagonal, basically just connecting the end of my eye and then up to the end of my brow. And I'm just going to be using this for my eyeshadow to give it a nice sharp look. And so I'm going in with a MannyMUA and Makeup Geek palette, and I'm just using this soft shade, and I'm going to be applying that right into the crease. I thought that was funny. I was like watching TV while I was blending. And then I'm taking this medium brown tone shade and I'm just going to start building up that color. So the first color was our transition shade and now I'm adding in a little more depth. So I'm going to be concentrating this towards the outer corner and then just blending any excess towards the inner part of my eye. And then I'm just going back into the palette with my brush just to intensify the color and just continue building that. And then taking this darker brown shade from the palette, I'm just going to be using a different brush that's a little more dense, and I'm going to be applying this to the outer corner, just building up the color, making the edges of the eye look nice and smoky. And then I just take a clean brush with no extra product and then just blend everything together and then go back in with the dark brown and build that up. So I just go back and forth, adding color, building it up, and then blending everything out with a clean brush just so it looks nice and blended. And then the fun part, I'm taking this glitter from Lit Cosmetics and I'm just going to be applying it. I used the Violet Voss glitter glue and I'm just using a flat shader to apply this to my eyelid, concentrating most of the glitter on the inner 3/4 of my eye and then just kind of blending it out. So I remove the tape to reveal a nice sharp line, and now I'm just going in with some liquid liner to do a sharp wing. And this is the TheBalm Schwing liner. I really like the applicator on this liner, and the formula is really black, and it lasts all day. So I really like this one. I'm just doing my usual wing. You can actually keep the tape on and do this, but for me, it's so hard for me to visualize what I'm doing when the tape is picking up like a bunch of excess product. So, and then going in with my lashes, Creative Soul. These are clever. They're so gorgeous. They are really flared out and they have a lot of volume since they are 3D silk. So if you guys haven't checked out my lash line yet, I'll leave the link down below for you guys. Moving on to the face, I'm going to take this Amazing Cosmetics concealer and I'm just going to be using this peachy pink shade just to cancel out my dark circles under my eye because I do tend to have a lot of darkness around my eyes, and this just helps to cancel out that darkness. As you can see in the before and after, it just helps to neutralize that darkness under the eye. And then using my EX1 Cosmetics Inviswear foundation, I'm going to first just apply this in dots around my face after I pumped the product on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to go in with my foundation brush and blend everything out. The brush that I'm using is actually a oval brush, but it is not the super expensive ones. These I got off of Amazon. It was a pack of 10 for 20 bucks. And it comes with pretty much all of the shapes and sizes that you can get from those expensive brands, but for a lot cheaper. So I'll leave the link for these brushes down below for you guys. They're absolutely amazing. And the reason is because they're so densely packed that they don't absorb product. And it literally just blends like a dream. So I'll leave that down below for you guys. And then just taking some concealer, I'm going to conceal my under eye and just highlight the center of my face a little bit. So I'm just applying that under my eyes, on my chin, on the bridge of my nose and then also on the forehead. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of this yellow brightener in that same dual concealer that I used the pink with earlier. Just helps to brighten up the areas a little bit. And then I'm just taking a brush from the same collection I just mentioned to you guys, and I'm just going to be blending that out. And you can see it just blends so effortlessly, and it really does make your skin look flawless. Then for cream contour, I'm going to be using the LA Girl HD Pro Concealer. This is in the color Almond. I really love these concealers to contour and highlight. They're really easy to blend, and they're only a few bucks. You really can't beat the price. So I just go in with a little bit. I don't add too much at first. I just put it in the hollows of my cheeks and then around my forehead. And then I go in and blend it out. With these concealers, you definitely want to use less to begin with and then add more if you need it, just because they are very pigmented. And you just want to be careful, especially when you're contouring. Just add a little bit of product, and if you need more, you can always add. It's definitely easier to add than to remove if you put too much. So I just like using this Lexie contour brush just to blend everything out. And then to set my under eye, I'm using this Coty Airspun powder. I really like this powder. I usually use the Laura Mercier translucent, but this is just a cheaper alternative. It's still good. The scent is a little bit weird. It kind of just smells like, I don't know, it's just a weird smell, but it definitely does the job. So I do recommend this if you don't want to spend $30, $40 on a powder. And then just to set my contour, I'm using the NYX highlight and contour palette, and I'm just going to go into that middle shade and just lightly blend out my contour a little bit, just pretty much setting it with a powder, adding a little more dimension, and then also the same with my forehead. And then I'm just adding a pop of color on the cheeks. I love this Milani Luminoso blush. It's one of my favorites. So I just add a little bit to my cheeks, and then I go ahead and brush off all that excess powder from baking. And you can see it does leave the skin looking flawless, so it does do the job if you need a baking powder. And then for my under eye, I'm just going to take a black liner and line my waterline and a little bit underneath on the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take a brush with the same medium tone brown from the MannyMUA palette and just blend that out. And for highlight, I'm using Becca Champagne Pop, which is the best highlighter of all time. It's so amazing. I'm just going to be adding it to the tops of my cheekbones, above my brow, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and on my cupid's bow, all the usual places. And then for my lip, I'm using this amazing lippy. This is ColourPop's liquid lipstick in Beeper, which is one of my all-time favorite liquid lipsticks. The color is gorgeous. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. That is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye!